Good morning, neighbors. We're on day 4 of our April on the homestead. And the question that we want to talk about today is, have you loosened your soil enough for your roots to get all the way down there? This is not a huge deal in the north, meaning the soil in the Midwest, completely different than the soil in the south. Until you see it and really get into it, it's hard to even imagine. So soil in the north tends to be a little bit more loose. It's going to be a little bit more dark, black, nice, fertile soil. Soil in the south tends to be a little more heavy, more clay, more red. It's quite a different growing experience down here. So there's a couple ways that you can loosen your soil. Everybody knows about tilling. Everybody should by now realize that it's most often not the best option. When you're breaking new ground, it's a great option. When you have a place that you really need to really get into because you're going to add a bunch of amendments and get a bunch of things getting into the soil for the first time, it's an option. For the rest of us, a lot of us grow down here in raised beds. You grow in raised beds, you don't need a tiller. It's another advantage. You don't have to buy a tiller. You don't have to maintain one. So for us, whether you just have mounded beds or actual raised beds, a broad fork works really well. Broad forks are also expensive if you get the really nice, good ones. You're going to do a couple $100. If it's an actual raised bed, you don't need that either. Those, a lot of times you're going to need to just add some more, I'm going to say fluffy stuff. So peat moss or perlite or anything like that to kind of fluff up the soil. Maybe you need some extra mulch that goes in it. Grass clippings, if you mix those in appropriately, don't just go dump 100 pounds of grass clippings in it's not going to be good. So what are you doing to make sure that it's fluffy enough that when you grow carrots, they're not only this big, that you can get the nice long, 6, 7, 8-inch carrots that grow down enough. A lot of root crops don't have the room to grow because your soil is too compact. So you can get a broad fork, you can break it open a little bit. You can add extra amendments to the top of it. So that means your top layer is fluffier. Get some nice peat moss, some soil. And I say peat moss, and I don't actually mean peat necessarily. It's not a renewable resource. So something like a cocoa coir. But make sure your soil is fluffy enough to be able to sustain the root structure for what you want to plant. Tomatoes have a huge root structure. They need a little bit better soil down deeper. You're going to want 12 inches of nice, loose fluffiness in order to grow well.